Hello everybody, the Nameless Narcissist here once again, a simple man diagnosed with NPD, giving the facts of narcissistic personality disorder and things that go on in my head. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, but keep in mind, I'm no clinician. I can only speak my own experiences and the studies that I read. So, why does the narcissist avoid you? I find it interesting. I guess I'm going to kind of lump this in with ghosting too. Not sure I'm going to title this now. Gosh, this has just become a horrible, horrible situation. Now I'm going to be having a crisis over the title of this video while I'm trying to explain my points. Because for me, like, I'm differentiating ghosting and avoidance based on like permanence, right? Like, obviously, if you ghost somebody, it's like, okay, yeah, they're gone. They're never talking to you again. If they're just avoiding you, then it's like, okay, they're not texting you back and shit, but like, they'll probably text you back eventually. Like, I have ghosted people. Like, I have like a strong, strong moral opposition to ghosting people because I just find myself to be above it. I'm like, that is the worst thing you could do to somebody. The only kind of people that would ghost somebody are the worst people in the world. They are terrible. I hate them. And I can list every single person who has ghosted me in my entire life on my hand and say, yep, I'm better than them because they were awful for being willing to ghost. And don't get me wrong, there are some circumstances where ghosting is warranted. I know. But personally, I have never been able to bring myself to do it. Actually, I only did once. And now I'm thinking about it because that was when me and my borderline ex, we got back into we were going to get back into a relationship, but I was talking to this other girl. And I was like, well, I have to deal with that because I can't be dating this girl while I'm dating my borderline. And I didn't know, I was too ashamed to like just say to her, like, oh, and because I've talked about this before, like, I have a hard time like breaking up with women. I can't look them in the eyes and be like, I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't know why. I really don't. It's something that I think about so often because I don't know why I do it. I like force women to break up with me because I can't do it myself because I'm a coward, I guess. God, I hate my life. But so this was one of those instances, but because we weren't like officially dating, we'd only been talking for like a few weeks, I was like, I guess I'll just. Well, it started as like, oh, I just won't text them. I will wait to deal with this. And then it turned into, wow, it has been 2 weeks. Now I can never talk to them again, and there's nothing about me that really wants to. So yeah, man, and like I had like a weird fairy tale meetup with that girl too. God, why did I leave? Why did I ghost that girl for my borderline? Fuck. Okay, anyways, the other types of avoidance though. I think one of the more common ones is like because there's two that are super common. One of them is when I'm like, well, you're pissing me off. And I cannot echo my needs. I can't tell somebody that I have needs. That's ridiculous. That's vulnerable. So I am going to put you in a position where you have to figure out what my needs are by ignoring you. Because I know that ignoring you is the worst thing that you could do to me. So similarly, if I ghost you and don't respond to you, then that's the worst thing I can do to you. Which ironically, most of the time, they probably don't even fucking think about it. I mean, romantic partners, they'll fucking realize it, of course. Oh my god, or that super toxic thing that I'll do, of where I'll be super pissy with somebody, and this is probably one of the more manipulative things that I do as a narcissist. I don't, not as much anymore. I try not to. I still fucking, this is one I'm still working on. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is one that like is like very second nature for me, and like in the moment I even kind of know that it's wrong, but I'm also like, oh, but I'm justified, but I'm not. But like, I need to do it. Like, it feels like the only option I have is to do this right now, because how dare they? Is if somebody like really pisses me off, and like I'll indicate them that I'm pissed off, I'd be like, well, fucking how dare you? Like, you're worthless. I won't say like you're worthless, but I'll be like, I will say something either passive aggressive or overtly aggressive, and I will just then stop responding and just let them freak out. And depending on what my mood is, I'll either leave them right or not, because I know that my absence and not talking to them is going to make them freak out about that situation even more, so that they backtrack more. And yeah, it's fucking shitty. I know. Like, you don't have to like. I try very hard not to do it. I haven't done it for a while, but I have done it. I probably have done that like within the last year. I have done that. But it's just like, I don't know. It feels like one of the only ways to like get my point across about how I'm feeling, about how like pissed off I am, is to like make them feel panicked that I'm going to leave them over that situation. It's like, let them brood on it. Let them think about what they did wrong. Like, let them realize, fuck, like, God, I sound like my mom. Make them realize, like, the bad things that they've done so that they, like, feel guilty about it, so that they'll realize how much that they hurt me, and then they'll have any sort of idea about how much that they hurt me without me actually having to come out and say it. And of course, when I see them, like, I'm not going to give any indication that they hurt me, other than, well, I'll be pissed off still, but I won't, like, give any, I can't give any sign of weakness. I can't show them that that I was doing that because I was actually hurt. So just like I was just doing it to be cruel, but I wasn't. It was because I was, like, in pain, and I just wanted them to apologize and make things right, because, like, how dare they hurt me like that? That was awful. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Is my roommate being a worthless piece of shit? If I heard it. Anyways, can't tell. And, okay, so other than that wild tangent is, and this one I think is probably the most, when I use the word avoiding, I think this is the most apt one, apt situation this applies to, because this is like genuine avoidance, is when, usually when I'm drunk, I go up to one of my friends or a partner or whatever, and like I say something very vulnerable with them, or like I show some emotion, or like I cry, like God forbid, fuck, I hope I didn't cry, but, or something like that. And like in the moment, I can be like, feel so good about it, be like, oh my God, like they're accepting me like this, yada, yada, yada. I wake up the next morning and I am convinced that they're judging me to high hell and feel super awkward around me. Oh my God, he is being a worthless piece of shit. One day I'm gonna be out of here. I am like convinced, like they're like, I cannot conceive that you are not now walking on eggshells around me, or that you are not judging me, or that you do not feel awkward around me. Like, those are the only options that I can think of coming from me being vulnerable. And so I avoid you, and I do my best to do so. And I'll wait like a couple days to kind of feel out the situation, see if you message me first. If you don't, I'll and then I'll twist it in my mind no matter what too, because like I once had a partner who like they would text me in the morning after stuff like, because I knew I would get like that. They'd text me in the morning after stuff like that, and they'd be like, "Hey, I just want to let you know I love you, and like I'm glad you shared this thing with me last night." Why? My roommate only does this when I start recording. It's the only time. Okay, anyways. But yeah, she would like say stuff like that. It's like, oh, like I'm glad you shared that stuff with me. It doesn't matter. I was thinking, in my mind, she was only saying that to appease me. It only feels like she was saying that to make it seem like, because she knew that I was going to get upset, so she wanted to fucking just smooth things over, but she was still actually judging me. In fairness, like that, like the one benefit of that though is that it started a dialogue, and because that dialogue was started, like if we continue talking, then I wouldn't be as insecure about it, and I could actually be like, okay, I guess things can go back to normal, even though you were judging me. Even though that I fucking hate him. I hate him so much. Yeah, like even though you were judging me, like we can like it's like we're getting back to normal faster. Was basically kind of the mindset behind it, and like so it was better than just kind of ignoring it, because like I feel like a lot of people think that narcissists do need distance after something like that. That's when we get in our heads though. That's when we start to be convinced that you hate us, or that you are judging us, or that you think we're pathetic. Yeah, like anything, any negative emotion that you can even conceive of. That's what we're thinking, that you're thinking about us. And we can't deal with that. Like the shame of knowing that like you're viewing us like that and thinking about us like that is like intolerable. And so we avoid you, because then we don't have to deal with it. And like, even though like I'm not like looking at you directly, I can still feel it. Like I'm still like fixating on it, like being like, oh my God, how could I fucking do that? Why am I so stupid? Now they know those things, and now they're judging me. Now they think I'm pathetic. Now they know that I'm not strong. Now they... It's so annoying. it's like, no, and then it's like, it feels like when I'm vulnerable, there's one of two options. The first one, I just believe that, like, I'm, I guess the first option is just that I feel like I'm being judged. And the second one is that I feel like I'm being fake by being vulnerable. Yeah. It's stupid. But yeah, I guess that's it. Take your fucking meds, please.